Most people think lead magnets are dead. You're treating your entire market like they're all ready to buy right now. They are not. Only 3% of any given market of any given time are ready to buy right now, where the other 97%, they are not sold yet. They need education, they need nurturing, they need time. And by skipping the opt-in, you're throwing away 97% of your potential customers before you even get the chance to sell them. You need to put them in your system. But here's the truth. Contact collection isn't dead. AI has made it more powerful than ever before. I'm not sharing theory here. These are the exact systems I've had to build myself without huge teams or big budgets. And now with AI in the picture, it makes creating a real selling system easier than any point in the last decade. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create the simple sales system that captures the 97%, nurtures them automatically, and how you can use AI to build it faster than ever before. By the way, I'm Rashid. I'm a growth marketer with over 9 years experience helping you make sense of the AI economy without losing sight of the marketing fundamentals. So let's dive in. Like I said, lead magnets are not dead, and it never will be. Most people think, yeah, I've tried that and it didn't work. The first thing to understand that lead magnets are the second transaction. The first is grabbing their attention. The second is giving them something for free, and it needs to be good as a paid product. Like I said, with AI in the picture, contact collection is far easier. People used to just create downloadable PDFs and ebooks. Now you can build interactive tools as well and use AI for the content creation process to speed up the process and get testing fast. So the goal really is to create the same content in different means and modes and a landing page to go with each. In his book, Kevin Hart mentioned in the early days how he collected emails at every show. He would go to a city as a part of a tour, getting paid maybe $100 to be on stage in front of a few hundred people. But what he started doing was passing around a clipboard at each event. And it would be like, if you want to hear more from me, here when I'm coming back, put down your name and email address. And when he came back to that city, he would email those people. And by the third time he visited that city, he was the headliner. You see, the moral of the story here is most people don't do this because they don't understand the real strategy. Reactivation, putting that thing back in front of people in a way that makes them actually want it. Kevin Hart had a clipboard and determination. You have AI, automation, and something even better. You're about to learn a system that turns cold traffic into buyers with a simple system. So here is my 5-step framework to build a selling system that helps you nurture cold traffic. The game has changed. Let's get into it. Step 1 is positioning. And by this, I mean selling against the alternatives. So what I'm about to tell you means nothing if you don't know how to sell against all the other alternatives that have already failed your prospect. Like I said, the problem is that most people treat every lead like the 3% who are ready to buy right now. That's not a good idea because chances are this is not their first time they've experienced this problem, and this is not the first time they've been looking to solve it. They have been on this rodeo before. The real opportunity lies with the other 97%, especially the 17 and 20% part of the pyramid who can become buyers with the right nurturing. So you have to name it, frame it, and show them how you are different, or they'll just assume you're just like everyone else, more of the same. You see, you can turn cold traffic into buyers by installing this simple sales system that 1, attracts, 2, educates, and 3, nurtures them, and then motivates them to buy from you, eventually over time, shifting them up that purchasing pyramid. So that's positioning, and that's step 1, right? Step 2 is creating high value content offers. So to attract and nurture cold traffic, the lens I want you to look through is how can you provide the most value to the market for free and treat them like customers before they give you a cent. That's how you fight the skepticism that is running rampant right now in this internet era and AI slop. So you need to give them something so good they think, if this is free, what's the paid stuff like? You do this by solving burning problems in your market and the frustrations, issues, and headaches and desires they have. Here's how you do this very fast. To start with, here are 4 tools I use at the moment to help me find what my audience actually wants. First, I use Grok, and that tracks real-time pain points trending on X, it plugs straight into X and sees what's blowing up in real time. I normally set one automated task every morning and it emails me exactly what industry is being talked about yesterday. You can set this up where it takes just 2 minutes to read. Very simple. I also use Reddit Answers. This gives you real, unfiltered customer insights in 30 seconds. Ask the question and it will instantly pull answers from the actual Reddit threads, revealing what people love, hate, struggle, or having issues with and pay for. You get raw opinions, real experiences, and ready-made content ideas without spending weeks on market research. So what can also help you is use the Chrome extension called Discussions, which filters your Google search to only show forums from these forum tools like Reddit and Quora. Another tool I use is SimilarWeb. This is pretty much where you spy on your competitors legally. So it reveals competitor traffic and behavior and the messaging they use. And lastly, I use a tool called Answer the Public. It shows what people are actually searching for on Google. Outside of those 4 tools, another great way to do this is if you already have customers, export your emails or chats and ask AI to extract the recurring pains and desires. You'll find everything that leads back to one core problem. That problem should be your anchor for your copy and for your free offers. And from that content, it becomes so much easier now. With AI, you can quickly create a how-to guide, a short cheat sheet, a report. You can even set up an interactive page using a tool like Lovable. By the way, for how-to guides and cheat sheets and reports, you can get the content you have and have it nicely designed up with this AI tool called Gamma.ai. It really has been a game changer for me to get a quick asset out there ready from my content. So like I said, different people prefer different formats. So you have to show up in multiple modes without the extra work. If your free offer is better than someone else's paid product, they'll assume your paid solution must be stronger. That single exchange turns skeptics into engaged prospects. So that's a quick way to use tools and AI to get the content you need to create a high value content offer. With that said, let's go to step 3, the landing page. So this is the transaction, right? The opt-in, the whole core of this video, right? A free exchange with your prospect, which is their name and email for the high value content offer. So the next step after creating your high value content offer is convincing people to give their contact info. Like I said, this is harder than ever before because people are more skeptical than ever. Your opt-in page needs these 4 elements to help people provide their contact info, right? Number 1 is an irresistible headline. Promise an immediate solution to their burning problem. Get their attention within the first 4 to 5 seconds. Use the 4 U's for your headline, right? Useful, urgent, unique, and ultra specific. Number 2 is a compelling subheadline. So this is where you'll want to reinstate the specifics of the offer. Use words to tee up the headline, right? That intensifies interest through teasers, not overt benefits. Make them curious. Number 3 is show the content, right? Use an image of the report, cheat sheet, or whatever material you're using. Let them see the visual. People need visual proof that this thing exists. Use a tool like Gemini to create a quick cover of your ebook. I get a screenshot from what Gamma produced, put it on Gemini, ask it to create me an ebook mock-up, right? Simple as that. Number 4 is simple opt-in form. So just name and email. That's it. Every additional field kills 10 to 20% of conversions. Once they opt in, redirect them to a thank you page. Here's what most miss, okay? Most miss this out. Use your thank you page strategically. Once they opt in, don't waste the thank you page. Tell them where the content is coming from. Add a short video introducing yourself or something like that and give them a quick win they can act on immediately. And really importantly, ask them to check their spam or promotions folder if the email isn't there in 2 minutes. If they never receive your first email, trust breaks before it begins. So use simple tools or builders like Framer, that's my go-to, and ideally make 3 versions of your landing page, one for each opt-in format. Same message, different delivery. That's how you become omnipresent without the extra work. This leads to step number 4, turning emails into conversion tools without being annoying. I've been in this marketing game for over 8 years. Email outperforms almost every marketing channel for client retention, and revenue. Build your list from day one. The best part, you own it. You're not renting attention on external platforms. As you know, from any day, algorithms can kill your reach. Here's what most people get wrong. They think the hard part is getting the email address. The real work is getting your emails delivered and opened, okay? So here are some real tips. Choose an email service that matches your volume and budget. Something simple like ActiveCampaign, HubSpot, whatever. Then focus on sender reputation. Opens and clicks, low spam reporting, right? Plain text emails get more opens than flashy HTML. Stick to black text and white background. Simple as that. What you want to do is make it look like a normal email coming from a friend. Then another important part are subject lines. Short, lowercase, sometimes lacking in punctuation. Intriguing questions and curiosity works best. Just think personal email. Another cool tactic I use is called the curiosity gap, where you leave the subject line slightly unfinished so the reader has to open it. For example, instead of saying how to get more replies, use stop doing this if you want replies. This is just one example that really worked for me in the past. It works because you withhold the key detail. Curiosity creates tension, and tensions gets opened, clicked, and replied to. Right? Next part, the email body. Speak conversationally. Short sentences, small paragraphs, easily readable, never be boring. So that's one important part of email. The next is the workflow and sequencing. You want to use the education-led conversion strategy, right? First, you want to send a structured sequence of high-value content that solves real problems and builds trust before asking for anything in return. What you can do really is, if you've got a long-form guide, you can turn that guide into a sequence using AI. Just upload it to your preferred chatbot and then just simply ask them to create an email sequence for you from confirmation email to the last. I would build out an email sequence of 7 to 8 emails within 14 days, then email them once a week after that. That's it, right? Remember, 80-20 rule in action. 80% pure actionable content, 20% soft pitch. And by the time your sequence ends, they already see you as a helpful expert. Remember, marketing's job is to make sales easy. That's the whole system, right? You created the emails, you've done the landing pages, you've done the high value content offer, but none of that means nothing, right? Unless you do step 5, which is traffic generation. You see, the best system is useless without attention. Most people fail here because they jump between traffic channels way too quickly. There are only 3 reliable ways to get people to your offer. 1 is owned traffic, so build on your own audience. Content and communication on platforms you can control. Email, YouTube, X, TikTok, LinkedIn, and so on. Owned channels compound over time, but they build equity. Another way is earned traffic, right? Tapping into other people's audiences through collaborations, podcast interviews, guest content, recommendations, viral shares, shout outs, affiliates, partnerships, and so on, right? You see, earned traffic brings credibility and reach you can never get alone. But again, it does come with a trade-off. And number 3 is paid traffic. This is where you're buying attention directly. Ads on Meta, YouTube, TikTok, Google, and others. Paid gives you immediate results and scale, but requires testing and a budget. So those are the 3 ways to get traffic. It's pretty much owned is leverage you build, earned is credibility you borrow, and paid is speed you buy. It all depends on your budget and preferences. So for long-term growth, I would say is start with owned, then add earned to accelerate. Layer in paid when your message already converts. Whatever you choose, don't dabble, okay? Pick one channel, commit for it for 90 days and go deep. Traffic rewards consistency, not sampling, okay? There you have it. That's how you create a simple selling system using AI now, and why contact collection is not dead. Kevin Hart passed around a clipboard at comedy shows, he collected names, he stayed in touch. He reactivated interest. And by the 3rd visit, he was no longer the opener, he was the headliner. You have just learned now how to position yourself against failed alternatives, create high value content that builds trust before a sale, build on landing pages that turn skepticism into interest, use email to convert through education, and generate traffic, whether it's owned, earned, or paid strategies. Like I said, Kevin Hart had clipboard and persistence. You have AI, automation, and this modern framework. Now the question is, will you keep renting attention on platforms you don't control, or build a system that turns cold strangers into loyal customers on autopilot? Because someone in your space is already building their list, nurturing their audience, and converting quietly while others hope on algorithms and favors for their next post. Now, go build your sales system, okay? If you found this video valuable, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.